What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. This is gonna be a Fortnite video, and I'm gonna be making a Fortnite prediction for Fortnite Battle Royale. So, my prediction is Fortnite Battle Royale will be introduced and released eventually. I don't know when. On the new Nintendo 3DS XL / new Nintendo 2DS XL. I have the new Nintendo 2DS XL here, and let me give you my reasons why it can be ported to this console, which so many people have. So it'd make a lot of sense if Fortnite was ported to this system, because I'm sure they make a lot of money off of introducing it for this system. So the way I think that we can make the controls work, because it's not going to be so simple on this, because we only have one C-stick, and then we have these 4 buttons, and then a D-pad on the same side as this C-stick. But the way we can make it work is you can move your character with this C-stick here. You can do all the other things, like you jump with A, you pick up items with this, and then you press X to reload and all that stuff. So all the buttons that you would press to do, these basic buttons you'd press to do actions would be the same, and moving would be the same, except when you move your camera angle / when you move your aim on your cursor and basically just move your camera angle, you would use motion controls, because motion controls were actually used on the Nintendo Switch version of Fortnite. Well, they were actually recently introduced on the Nintendo Switch version of Fortnite. And it actually works really well, moving the Nintendo Switch in order to change the camera angle, and aim to shoot and stuff. And for a lot of people, it made them able to play the game better and be able to shoot better, because this isn't very precise when you're shooting. So I feel like because they don't have a second C-stick, although there is the second C-stick accessory for the original 3DS, but that wouldn't actually work for Fortnite, and I'll explain why in a second. You could use motion controls to move your aim while you're playing the game, and I think it would work really well. And because it would only be for the new Nintendo 3DS XLs or the new Nintendo 2DS XLs, is because these consoles, these newer 3DS family consoles, have LR and ZL and ZR, which means that we can sort of play the game how it's played on any other console, where you press L and R to switch your weapon, switch from side to side in your inventory. Then press the ZR and ZL button to ZL would be aim, would be zoom in, and then ZR would be shoot, just like it is basically on the Nintendo Switch, where you would switch your weapons with these buttons, then you would zoom in and shoot with these back buttons. It would be the same thing on these new Nintendo 3DS and 2DS XL consoles. So I think it would work really well. And with the bottom screen you could what would be cool is you'd have your inventory on the bottom screen. You'd have your health, shield, and your inventory on the bottom screen. You'd also have your traps, how much materials you have, all that stuff would be at the bottom screen, and also the storm. Basically everything that sort of gets in the way of your Fortnite gameplay would basically just be moved to the bottom, and then your actual game, where you'd be looking, would be at the top, which would be so good, and it would really make the most of the dual screen console that, you know, it's pretty much the only console that has dual screens, and it would really be cool because it would just look great and it would work well. And I mean, this Fortnite mobile is out, and it like works on pretty not powerful phones. I think the iPhone SE it works on and stuff like that. So I don't really see how it wouldn't be able, how the Nintendo 3DS wouldn't be able to handle it at maybe like low frame rate and low quality, obviously, because it's a low quality system anyway. So I think they could probably port Fortnite to the 3DS with maybe like 30 frames per second and stuff like that. So I think it's very doable, I think. So anyway, that's my Fortnite prediction, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Actually, guys, I completely forgot about this smaller C-stick right here, which is actually used in Super Smash Bros. For the 3DS, and also it's used to change the camera angle in this game, The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D. So I think maybe they could port Fortnite to the Nintendo 3DS and then make it so that you have the option to either use this smaller C-stick right here to move your camera angle, and as you can see, it's working right there. I'm like switching through things. Or you can choose motion controls, so that you sort of have like different options of your playstyle, which would be really cool. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.